You're watching Man of Metropolis. Today's guest is Dean Flores.
I'm Seth Travis. I'm a creative director here in New York City and also founder of Man of Metropolis and Metropolis Report.
This will change everything. After this, I get taken seriously as an artist. I start getting paid. I help out my family.
It's not worth getting your ass arrested.
You know how hard I work trying to keep my city clean?
When you get caught painting, you don't just get a slap on the wrist. Get deported.
This is every day if you brown, you black.
So why are you guys still here?
Where'd you want us to go? You're in my city, and you're gonna respect me.
Hey guys, this is Man of Metropolis and I'm Seth Travis. We're here today with our guest Dean Flores. We're talking about a couple of amazing projects he's got coming out. First off, he's got a really great movie called Reefa, and then of course something that you've probably all heard of, unless you're under a rock, is Falcon and Winter Soldier. And then we've got some other things we want to talk to him about, some of his projects he's working on. Hopefully he can give us some insights and some tasty treats here about all the projects he's working on. So Tyler, thanks so much for getting together with us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so first off, I mean, you're a young gun, you're kind of getting started, but you do have some really exciting projects under your belt already. And then, like I said before, you're releasing things kind of as we speak. So we'd love to kind of get things started with our viewers to hear a little bit more about, you growing up, where you grew up, and kind of when you kind of got bit by the acting bug.
Yeah, so I'm from New York. I was born and raised in Harlem, so uptown Manhattan. And
Nice.
I got into acting. Well, I first got into modeling first around like 10 years old. And then my agency just wanted me to go ahead and take a shot at acting. So I did that, and it was an instant click for me.
Amazing. And so, I obviously did a little bit of research, something that really kind of caught my eye, and I'm assuming it was when you were pretty young. Can you tell us about playing the character Mark in Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah, that was insane. That was my first project ever. So I got into acting probably around like 11 or 12. And a year later, I caught The Dark Knight Rises. And that was it was crazy. I did a self-tape with my coach in a hallway in Harlem. And we sent it in. And then next thing I knew, I was flying out to London. And it was it's crazy,
That's quick. You did it and you're out. You got the job 24 hours later.
Probably like a week later, but I just knew. I heard like the producers like you, but I never knew it was a Dark Knight Rises until like last minute, until like a few days before leaving to London. They were like, "Yeah, this is the Dark Knight Rises." I'm like, "What?"
And besides you telling your parents, could you tell any friends, or was it just like total hush hush?
I couldn't tell anyone. I couldn't even tell like my acting coach that I got it, who helped me film the tape. I was just like,
wow,
I'm leaving to London.
And how old were you again for that?
I was about 12 or 13, maybe
Okay.
13 when we shot. Yeah.
Incredible. And then give us just a sense of, and obviously we'll roll into your current projects. Give us a sense of what that was like, your first time on a movie set, let alone a Christopher Nolan Batman movie set. Like, what was your experience with the other actors? Did you get a cool interaction with Batman himself?
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I never realized like the impact of it all. Like, I just thought it was so cool, and I wasn't even nervous at all. Of course, if that happened to me now, I would be super nervous. But back then, you're just like a kid, and you kind of you get hired for this job and you just do it. But my mom and my brother came out with me to London, and they were just super nervous the whole time. I never really understood why. So it was just fun. It was just so much fun to be on set, and to be working with Christopher Nolan. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt and I had a great relationship on set, since most of our scenes are together. And yeah, it was great to be a part of. It changed my life.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Congratulations what a way to start your career.
Yeah. Thank you.
So let's talk about Rifa. I had a chance to look at the film and also just do a little bit of background research about it. And I actually grew up in didn't grow up, but lived in Coconut Grove for about 5 years and loved Wynwood. So it was kind of a cool thing to sort of transport myself back to an old neighborhood. But, this story is actually pretty serious. There's definitely some fun moments in it. And anybody loves to kind of sort of see somebody explore their artistic background. But I'll be honest, it took me off guard. Some of the scenes, we're not going to, spoil it, but, tell us a little bit about what attracted you to this project, and give us just a sense of what the film's about.
Yeah, so the film is based on a true story about Israel Reefa Hernandez, who was an artist living in Miami, but he was a Colombian immigrant, and he was tragically murdered by Miami Beach cops. And despite the ending, the film has so much love, family, art, skateboarding. And what really drove me to playing this character was that I saw myself a lot in Rifa, and I grew up with a lot of kids like Rifa. So as soon as I got the project, it was just like, I knew I had to be a part of it.
Wow. And did you film this like years ago, or did you film this before?
I filmed this 2 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, so it was 2 years ago. It just felt like yesterday.
Wow. And can you give us a little bit of insight of what the filming was like, and how long it took for you to, because this feels like an independent film, right? Like there's definitely something that's very artistic, even in the cinematography and the storytelling. Tell us a little bit more about the creative side of the project.
So I flew down there about a month prior to filming just to get like a sense of Miami, because I've been in Miami before, but I never spent a lot of time there. So I just went there and would just skateboard every single day around the neighborhood, go to Wynwood, paint every day, just do these things to kind of get me in a rhythm of living like how Rifa was living. And yeah, I mean, Miami's a great city. I love Miami.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you hope viewers take away from this project, from Rifa?
Well, Rifa was all about, he had so much ambition, which reminds me of me a lot. And he wants to express no matter what boundary he's in. So I hope a lot of people, take that away from Rifa as a character.
It's awesome. Yeah, and kind of to editorialize or kind of comment on my experience of watching your film. I mean, it's a really interesting time in culture today, especially for up and coming talent, whether you're an actor, you're creative or whatever, especially when you have platforms like TikTok and YouTubers, et cetera. And I was just really, I guess I would say impacted, positively, but thoughtfully from the story that you told with this character. And obviously it's based on a true story, but it's such a powerful decision for you as a young actor to take on a project like this so early in your career. And honestly, you executed exceptionally. So congratulations on the film.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. So rolling into another project that obviously we haven't seen, but it caught my eye for a couple of reasons, and I would love to kind of dig into it a little bit. You can give us some hints, maybe. The Birthday Cake. First of all, that just sounds like a delicious movie. Forgive the pun. But I mean, you've got some pretty big names in this film. You've got Ewan McGregor and Val Kilmer, and then Aldous Hodge is he's just sort of fast tracking his career. I know he just got cast as Hawkman in the new Black Adam movie, which I think starts filming next week. So just give us a hint or a background about The Birthday Cake and maybe your character in this film.
Wow. So Birthday Cake was brought together by my friends, Jimmy and Raul and Shiloh. So I saw this project come together from the start, and just to see where it is now and it's about to come out, it's super exciting. But yeah, the cast is insane. Clara McGregor is also on this film that was in Reefa, who plays my love interest, Frankie. So my character, I don't know how much I can give away, but I'll say that I play this kid. His name is Flacco, and he works at a deli. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And that's completely wrapped. Do you have any idea of when we can expect that to come out?
Hopefully soon. I heard some dates, but I don't know if I can share it yet. So hopefully soon.
Got it. Amazing. Okay, well, before we talk Falcon Winter Soldier, you filmed in Prague, correct?
I did.
All right, so I love Prague. I was there a couple of years ago. I did 17 cities in Europe one summer between my move from Miami to New York. So Prague was one of my favorite cities. I just had to ask you, as a young actor, getting a chance to go to these incredible cities and film, like, what did you do in your downtime? What did you love about the city?
Well, the first time we went to Prague, it was around like Corona time.
Oh,
And
wow.
we were supposed to stay there for about a month, and it wound up getting cut short. So I didn't get to do that much.
Okay.
And the second time we went back was during Corona, during COVID. And of course we were like testing. So we couldn't really go out like that, and we couldn't explore the city as much. But I got to walk around some days, and it was sick because the city was completely shut down. There were no tourists allowed. So we had the city to ourselves. It was empty. It was like a ghost town, and we would just walk around.
That's incredible. Obviously it's been an unprecedented year. I feel like that word has been overused, but it's, what else do you say? Was there any takeaway that you got from filming before we kind of talk specifically about the Disney Plus Marvel project, The Falcon and Winter Soldier? Did you connect with any other actors? Did you come up with some scripts on your own? Like, because I'm assuming you said you couldn't really go out and about as much as you would have liked. So were you kind of forced to sit in your hotel room and get creative, or, how did you pass the time, if you will?
Well, we passed the time with just hanging out with each other, me and other castmates, and we would just do a bunch of random fun things, whatever, whether it was like dancing in the hotel rooms together or just like playing video games together. But the other things I did was I would write, and I love painting and stuff. That's another thing I took from filming Reefa. I've always loved art, but playing Reefa really got me to explore, I guess, my artistic or painting abilities. So that was cool. And that's pretty much it. Just anything else creative. Like I also like making music. So I make a lot of music with Jimmy, who's the director and writer of Birthday Cake. He was in a band. He's been in the industry for years. So we make music together and just keep ourselves busy and keep these creative juices flowing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I know we talked a little bit about your character as kind of like a secret, and we can't get too many details, but you got to give us something. So rather than me kind of like tap dance around questions, I'm just going to say, what can you tell us about your character in The Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I don't know how much I can say, but I think this was already, I guess, said, but I'm a part of the Flagsmashers, and I guess that's all I can pretty much say right now.
And did you have to do any physical training? Can you tell us a little bit about maybe preparation?
Yes, I did do a lot of physical training in the beginning when we were in Atlanta and in Prague as well a little bit. The physical training was intense. Really learning how to fight, because when you fight, it's more like closed in, and for film, you have to like kind of swing wide and kick wide, so it seems a bit more dramatic. So just getting used to that was a challenge, and just getting back into shape.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. That's awesome. Talk to me a little bit about like the costume design or the character development. Was there anything else? So you obviously have the physical side of, any MCU movie, right? I mean, even if you're a character in the Shield, like you're doing the physical training, but there's sometimes costume design or, outfit changes, if you will. Did you get to kind of go through any of that? And can you give us any hint of maybe what you're going to be wearing in an upcoming episode?
I'm still not sure how much I can say, but it was fun, I guess, collaborating with the stylist. I got to pick some shoes that I really like, and I think that's all.
Cool. I had to ask, because if I post this video on YouTube and I don't even ask, people are going to think I'm not good at my job.
For sure.
And obviously it's huge to be on a Disney Plus streaming series like The Falcon and Winter Soldier. Congratulations on being a part of that project. And obviously your upcoming films. I really enjoyed Reefa, and Birthday Cake sounds like it's going to be pretty major when it drops. So congrats on that. I guess to wrap things up, we'd love to kind of just get an idea of what's coming up for you. Like, how are you gonna pass time this summer? Do you already have another film project lined up for June, July, August? Or are you gonna do some traveling? You're gonna maybe just hang out at home and paint some more?
Yeah, I just finished filming this project called 18 and Over that just got announced today with Ashley Benson, and there's a lot of people part of that cast as well. The same people who made Birthday Cake made this film. So I'm a part of that, which should be coming out hopefully later this year or next year. And there's about 2 other projects in the works. I'm not sure if I can talk about that as much, but I'm just gonna probably go back to New York for the summer, spend some time with my family, and just continue hanging out and getting used to this LA lifestyle.
Very cool. Very cool. Last question. What movies out there that you're not in, or series that you're not in, that you're just like really like looking forward to coming out and watching?
Ooh, that's hard. That's a hard question.
HBO Max is releasing all of their films, both in theater and on their platform this year because of the pandemic. I think, movie theaters in LA and New York have opened up with social distancing and all that. So have you seen a trailer drop? Like, I think Ghostbusters, they teased a Ghostbusters trailer today. Is there any movie out there that you're just like, oh, summer movie, I can't wait to catch this one?
Yeah, that seems interesting, the Ghostbusters. But other films, I love going to Netflix or HBO Max and just seeing what's new, and then I just let that catch me. I was waiting for Concrete Cowboy for a while because, someone that I worked with, Jarrell Jerome, was in that film, so I was just super looking forward to that, and I actually really, really like that film.
Awesome. Well, this is awesome, Tyler. Thanks so much for getting together with us today. Congratulations on everything that's happening for you right now, and we wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank you, Seth. I appreciate it.
I'm Seth Travis. I'm a creative director here in New York City and also founder of Man of Metropolis and Metropolis Report.
I'd like to thank today's guest, Tyler Dean Flores. Don't miss his new movie out now, Rifa. Thanks for watching.